Hey friends, I'm here to dig a little bit deeper into your feelings and emotions after last week. One of my favorite quotes to say is that discomfort is the currency of your dreams. And so we're going to talk about our feelings, our emotions, discomfort just being maybe one of those. But for those of you that I haven't met, I am Val. I'm a mom, I'm a corporate leader, cancer survivor, and founder of Valerie Vest Life and Leadership Coaching. And I love helping career-driven women get unstuck and achieve their goals, whether that's at work or at home. And ultimately, I'm here to share with you the tools that I've learned and that I use to really live a better life. So let's get started. Let's dig into those feelings and emotions. Feelings are really a part of the human experience. We have both. We have positive feelings and emotions. We have negative feelings, and if we really stop and consider the fact that we have these different kinds of feelings, and that we've assigned, good and bad to these, we think that we should only be experiencing, or maybe we want to only be experiencing the positive emotions. But if we didn't experience the negative emotion, would we even really know or understand or fully appreciate the positive emotions that we have? So, in spite of all of this, and I think we can kind of all know this at a certain level that, with the good comes the bad. And by experiencing some of the negative, we have a better appreciation of the good. Most of us assume that life should be better than it is. We we're wanting to be happy all the time, or we think we should be happy all the time. But think about it. Do you really want to be happy when you learn someone you know is hurting or sick? I mean, that's not the emotion that you want to be having. That's not a normal emotion. You want to have concern, and you want to have compassion or sadness when something bad happens to someone else. So I want you to just think maybe that, and consider, if you consider this to maybe be true, and that our human experience, it's supposed to be a balance of both positive and negative. We're supposed to have a life full of really good things, emotions, and really maybe not so good things. And that's just really what it's like to live on this planet. There's good and there's bad. And a lot of times, I think, in our effort to be happy all the time, we stay away from the discomfort. We stay away from the bad that could really be helping us evolve and even inspiring us to make our dreams come true. So we try to avoid the discomfort, avoid that negative in this quest for always being happy. But the reality is, life's 50-50. So what I want to ask you is, what if you were willing to fail, and you were willing, just to try something? What if you accepted that the emotional balance in life means that 50% of the time we're going to be happy, and the other 50% of the time we might not be, but that's the normal human experience? And so, we think about, how do we reconcile living a life where we're responsible for what we think, we're responsible for how we feel, and what we think and feel, while also embracing the fact that half of our life will be maybe hard, maybe sometimes it's going to be painful. And so we can be more deliberate about thinking about always striving for that happiness, and maybe being more intentional with, where is it that I should be, and where is it that I want to be with my thoughts and feelings? Because the goal is really to be human, to live this life, to experience our life as well as we can. And knowing that it includes a lot of contrast, and knowing that that contrast is really on purpose, to choose this life's experience over this quest for happiness that we're really never going to achieve. And ultimately, if we think about it, we don't want to achieve all the time, because it's not really, not really what we want, to be happy when things are sad, is the best example that I have. So, I'm going to ask, what are the feelings that you're choosing? The feelings that we tend to avoid are the same feelings or emotions that we probably need to work through to get the results that we want. So if you were to choose a little discomfort, maybe even a little deprivation, some failure, some insecurity, what would happen if you allowed those feelings just to exist? When we allow feelings, it's really different than indulging in them. Sometimes we indulge in feelings as a way of staying stuck. A lot of times we'll indulge in the feeling of overwhelm, just to stay stuck and you know, to avoid really what is out there, or to avoid maybe a potential another feeling like discomfort or deprivation or failure or insecurity that we're trying, that we don't want to avoid. So we pick overwhelm because it's a little bit more comfortable. The best analogy I have, for those of you that have ever seen Chevy Chase's European Vacation, of an indulgent emotion, it's like you're Clark, you're in Europe, you've got your kids in the car, and you're going around the roundabout, and you're seeing Big Ben and Parliament. If you remember that, kids, Big Ben, Parliament, and you're driving on the roundabout, and you just keep going around and around, feeling a certain way, maybe feeling that overwhelm, and you never get over to the left or to the right and choose that offshoot emotion of maybe discomfort or deprivation or failure that allows you to move forward. And so if you really want to stop indulging, and get off that roundabout, you need to go on, kind of a diet from these thoughts and feelings. You don't want to allow those emotions to be present in your life, but instead you want to allow the emotions that are going to move you forward, that are going to kick you off that roundabout. So if what I've said maybe resonated with you, or you understand, kind of seeing yourself those feelings that I've shared, and want to learn more about your feelings and how they impact your life, I invite you to connect with me, and we can certainly discuss more about how I can help. So thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.